So I think you can see what's there on my screen right now. Yeah, it's there. Okay, let's start. So I'd given this deck to you guys, and I hope you went through this. It's a small deck which talks about the basics of blockchain and why is everybody talking about it, what are cryptocurrencies, basic questions, basic doubts which people have. And I just want to spend 2 to 5 minutes on this just to help you guys understand that what is happening in the world and why are people going gaga over it. So the basic deal here is that up till now, internet did not allow us to create decentralized apps. What blockchain gave us was an ability to create decentralized apps. Okay. Along with this, what blockchain gave us was the ability to have permanent records. So imagine something like, let us say, so imagine something like Google Docs. That is a decentralized way of building a document. Now imagine if you could not, see the edit history in a Google Doc, or you could not know who commented on what, then you will not know who made the change. So that edit history or who commented on what or what happened is the decentralized ledger, which allows a decentralized system to exist. And the last thing, what happened, in this was that blockchain gave us the ability to tokenize our business. Now, what do I mean by tokenize our business? It simply means that earlier you could make public a part of your business after you have done some profits and after you sustained some profits by doing an IPO. Now you can tokenize your business right at the start. So if 10,000 businesses started 5 years back, only one did an IPO. Now, if 10,000 businesses start, all 10,000 will do an ICO or will have tokens or have the ability to create tokens and involve the public right from the start. Now, what this does is this is a So I'll keep on shifting screens to see if anybody is asking a question or not. Right. So now the problem here is that when you create an ICO, the volatility in the price is way higher than if it would have been in an IPO, because the company is right at the start. We don't know where the company will go. We don't know what will happen. So it's a pure speculation based, price, which keeps on increasing or decreasing based on who is the person making this product, how useful it is, how what is the impact it can create, can it actually help us scale things to 100x or 1000x measure or not, right? And this speculative price gives a lot of volatility, up to 70% on a week. And if you talk about stock markets, it is about 35x more than that. So this volatility, which is built in the ecosystem because of the fact that you can tokenize your business, makes it a viable ecosystem for people like us, for people like you, for people like me to invest my time in this. Because imagine the fact that I will do 1 hour of work. So 1 hour of work in one side will give me 1 rupee, and in the other side will give me 35 rupees. So basic common sense, I'll do the one which gives me 35 rupees. Crypto trading is the one which gives you 35 rupees. So that is why all of us are sitting here trying to understand how do we trade crypto. Because trading has been there since the past, times have been there about 30-40 years, but none of us really cared about it. The reason why all of us care about it today, and the reason why all of you are sitting listening to me, and the reason why I am sitting here talking to you guys is because the reward is way higher here, right? So that's what the basis is, that blockchain as a technology gives us a new financial instrument which is fundamentally more volatile, which draws a lot of people to investing in the market, investing in financial instruments which they never would have before this, and thus the entire revolution. And that's why I say that the party has just started. So what I know about you guys is that what Sai gave me an introduction to all of you was that in the last session, Chandan pretty much told you about what is crypto trading, the basics of crypto trading, right? And the second thing was that my role here is to help you understand how do you involve social media to understand what to trade, what not to trade. So before I tell you this, I like to share a small journey with you, and that'll be pretty interesting, right? So how did I reach here where I am? And it'll take about 5 odd minutes, not more than that. So basically, what happened was that I'm a mechanical engineer, and I was actually selling sims in Bihar, Jharkhand. So if you talk about my education, the kind of person I am, how I've grown up, I was not meant to be a trader at all. And finance, no, I am just scared of numbers. I just don't like numbers at all. But still, I'm sitting here. So what happened was that I was a guy who was a mechanical engineer, then went on to do retail sales, and post that, I was doing my own startups for 2 years, and then I shifted to Bangalore. Startups didn't work, wanted to do something else, shifted to Bangalore, took up a new job. So this was about May 2017. Now, what happened in May 2017 was that I wanted to spend some time on a new thing, and what I decided was I will do something for 1 hour daily. And what if I do this for the next 1 year? Then I have 365 hours of work in a subject, and I'll probably know about it. So when the time came to choose what do I need to work on for 1 hour daily, the factors I had was that A, it should not be, too much of time taxing. B, even if I work for an hour daily, I should be able to earn some money from it. And C, it has to be close to technology, because that's what I had learned in the past 2 years. And the perfect set for this was basically blockchain and crypto trading. And I started trading crypto on the date is 21st May 2017. And when I entered the markets, I saw this. So this was the first site I went to, right? I guess everybody knows about cryptocurrencies and coin market cap. And this is the first site I went to. And all I did was that I wanted to understand that what is happening in the market. So I just, I picked up a coin, and then I was like, let's see, how is the price rising, right? And so this is the basic graph you have. Okay, I'll just put it to scale. So you have to understand that I entered the markets exactly here, right? And when I entered the markets here, what you will see is, I'll show you multiple charts. Coins have moved from this point to this point, and they've finally settled here. So what I saw was that every coin is goddamn going 10%, right? Sorry, not 10%, 10x in the past 1 month. And the market has suddenly boomed. Just give me a second. Show one more. So again, this time, 22nd May, the heat of the market, when the first wave of cryptocurrencies actually came in. And no questions, yeah. So it was pretty exciting for me. I was like, yeah, everybody's making 10x. Why the hell can't I make 10x? So let's make 10x. And I entered the market. And this was where I went. Yobit was the first site I went to. And I saw a couple of things here, and I could not figure out what to do. I saw a lot of numbers, and then I saw more numbers. Then I saw more numbers here, and I saw some people talking here. Okay? And for the next 1 month, I was trying to figure out what the hell is all this, and how do you navigate your way through this? How do you make profit? So I used to see that, yeah, green candle going up, so put money here. When green candle going down, take money out. That was a simple logic I had, and I used to play on that logic. And I lost about 50% of my money. And then I was like, I don't think this is right. There has to be something more to it. Then what happened was, one of my friends invited me to something called Telegram. And what happened in Telegram was, I got introduced to a lot of groups. And these are, pump and dump groups. These are, so the first group I got introduced to was a pump and dump group, which told me that today evening, this coin on Bittrex will go up by 10x. And I was like, dude, that's what I wanted to know, man. Which coin will go up when and by how much? Imagine if somebody can tell you that information, that's bloody gold information. And I was like, chalo, let's trade. Then I went in with 10,000 bucks and I lost. And I made those 10,000 into about 2,500 rupees. Okay? And I was like, something is not right here. I need to look more. Then what happened was I looked up Google on more Telegram groups. Like what kind of Telegram groups are there for crypto? Because Telegram essentially does not have internal discovery. I cannot search crypto groups here and all the crypto groups will come. That doesn't happen. Oh, now global search, they've given a global search, right? So now it is coming. So this is like a small global search, but it's not so great right now, right? So we went to Google and we searched out which are the top crypto groups here, and from that I figured out the best ones. So how do I define great crypto groups on Telegram is they're either community groups wherein you will see people talking to each other. Now what these community groups do is that they will tell you the essence of the market. Essentially, what are the people talking about in about 10 minutes? All you need to do is get to this group, look at what they're speaking about, and you will come to know what's going on in the market. Groups like these, blockchain assets. So this is again like a community group where people talk to each other. This is one type of group. The second type of groups on cryptocurrency in Telegram was a broadcasting group. So this is by far the biggest and the most popular group in Telegram. And this is by far, bursting out all numbers. 57,594 members are doing their trading calls based on what this guy says. And just look at what he says. It's a very interesting read. So McAfee, is telling which coins will go, which coins is releasing about 100 coins, one coin every day, that which is a good coin to invest in. So this is McAfee's Twitter feed. Coin of the day is Burst. So Burst went up 2x after 2x after McAfee released this yesterday. Every day McAfee will release one coin and that coin will go up by 2x. So if you want to make money, you know who to follow, right? So this trading crypto coach, what this guy will do is this will keep on releasing news. So he is basically fundamental. He's not technical. Okay? And he keeps on telling what is happening, what's not happening, what should you buy, what should you not buy, what are your targets, what to do, what not to do, right? And not only this, what he also tells you is that when is somebody going on to be listed onto something. So this guy is there on Twitter. His only job is to be on Twitter and get you the best news when it comes out, right? And you have to understand that fact that when we made an IPO and ICO, the volatility, the big part of the volatility is obviously how the market is moving, but also how, this is happening. Basically, how news, how product partnerships, how product releases are impacting the price. So let's say if a coin says that I'm going to be getting listed on Hit BTC, it simply means its volume will increase. So time to buy because more people can buy it. Let us say a coin says that I will, burn, X amount of coins in this date. So if you burn coins, it means the number of coins go down, which means that you're reducing your supply, which means that the price should go up. So every news, every partnership, has a price angle to it. It only depends on how well you can figure out. So look at this. So he just posted something. If you missed out the NXT train, you can buy something between 8,300 and 9,000 Satoshi. So NXT in the past 1 month has gone up from 900 Satoshis to 9,000 Satoshis. And I mean, if I had time, I'll take you back to all those places. And this guy gave the call that NXT will go from 900 to, he did not say an upper limit, but he said there'll be a good wave and you always have these targets in place. The first target, second target, third target, fourth target, based on how much the coin is rising, because there'll be an Ignis coin drop. So Ignis is a coin which is made by the same team, and anybody who's holding NXT will get an Ignis coin drop. The recent rise in NXT from 7,000 to 9,000 was because Bittrex said that it's supporting Ignis airdrops, and everybody who's holding NXT in Bittrex will also get NXT coins, Ignis coins. So you have to understand how these fundamental news affect, what's going to happen. So this is Bittrex will support NXT airdrop, and this is already there. So people are on top of it. There are people who are looking at every move, every move when it comes out, people come to know about it. So I just want to show something to you. So this guy, what he does is, look at this. So this is the most beautiful thing. Today's profit roundup. And actually this happened, right? This was the day before the crash. So it's not so difficult to make money here. If you, okay, IPO and ICO. So IPO means an initial public offering, which is, which companies normally do, which stocks normally do. And ICO is an initial coin offering, which blockchain startups normally do. What IPO means is that you form a company, then you get employees, then you build a product, then you get some revenue over it, then you make profit, then you sustain those profits, and then you get to do an IPO. Because to do an IPO, you need to have sustained profits for an X amount of time. ICO is an initial coin offering, and we all know how that happens. You can do it at the start itself. So those basic levels of understanding if a company is good or not have been eliminated in ICO. Thus, the volatility with respect to fundamental news. Right. So now this is what Trading Crypto Coach does. Is he will give you where to invest, when to invest, and how to invest. This is a pretty simple go. Then there's again the community. It's called Apex Trading Group, where people discuss that what is happening, what is not happening, where to invest, where not to invest. Then there is, so this is the ICO network. This is a competitor. I'm working on an idea, so these guys are competitors. So I need to join the group and understand what's happening, what's not happening. This is specifically a channel which will tell you about technical analysis. So we all know that the crypto markets work on TA, FA, and social chatter. So these groups tell you what people are talking about. This will tell you what is the fundamental news, and this will tell you do the technical support it. So what that means is that if there has been a very good news yesterday, and there's a great news today, and the price has already moved up, the chances of price moving up further high is little less. So you can actually understand using a combination of TA and FA what should be your entry point, what should be your exit point. Because the most difficult part of executing a trade is understanding what to trade, understanding when to buy, understanding when to sell. If you can get the data about these 3 points, then trading is the most easiest thing in the world, right? And most of the people cannot get the answers to these 3 questions. Now the game is that to get the answer to these 3 questions, do you have to be a trader? I will say the answer is no. You just have to be an intelligent person who works with a lot of common sense and logic in the market. So if you see, why did I show you the Dmitry Lavrov and Trading Crypto Coach? Because these guys have an immense number of social following. 57,000 members and 20,000 members. And you have to understand that in the crypto world, the biggest value you can give to somebody is helping him or her increase the amount of money he has in the market. So if these 2 people were not able to help others increase the amount of money they have in the market, then they won't have so many followers. The reason they have so many followers is because they're able to do that. And this is a big enough social proof for us to listen to these guys and get inspiration from the kind of trades these guys are doing, right? So this was about Telegram. So I was in Telegram for about 3 months, from June, July, August, and I was figuring out all this, and I was looking at all these groups. And then I figured out FA and TA, and I learned basics of TA, how to do technical analysis, what basic charts to use. So if you come down to the slide, you will see that I have put up this. So this is a slide which has 10 rules, okay? And these are John Murphy's 10 laws of trading. So I know all know about trading, and you'll be learning a lot about trading. But just keep these laws in mind. They're basic laws, okay? How to map the trends, how to spot the trend, how to go with it, how to find the low and high of it. You should know how far to backtrack if there's a retracement going to happen. Know how to draw these trend lines. What moving averages are, when they cross, when to buy, when they cross, when to sell. You understand oscillators, you know what oversold or overbought means, and you can take calls based on that information. You know how to use a MACD, you know how to use an ADX. So there are about 300 technical indicators, but you don't need to use all of them. You just need to know these 10 basic things, and it's very easy. So the basic idea of my talk today is to give you guys enough stuff to Google about. And that's why I shared this deck with you, because everything is documented. All you need to do is this: trade using MACD, Control C, Control V, and put a how in front of this. And boom, you have all the answers, right? So see, when there is somebody who has all the answers, there's no point knowing all the answers. Just like save your time, no, like be more efficient in all this, because at the end of the day, it is about how much money you can make for the others, or how much value you can give, and that value is directly proportional or is equal to the amount of money you make in this market, because that's why most of the people are here. The trend is not doing a blockchain startup. The trend was never that. The trend is investing in cryptocurrency. And why do I say that is because I'll show you a similar data point. So you got to understand that how do you get social signals? How do you identify trends? How will you say that yes, this is a trend and this is not a trend? So how do I say this is a trend is, if you look at bittrex.com, now this site tells you what are the monthly visits, approximate monthly visits on a particular site. So this is about 65 million monthly visits. Look at how they've grown up, right? And if I were to compare this with, let us say, Nasdaq.com or even NasdaqTrader.com, you have the numbers. So imagine the fact that there has been an industry going on for the past 30-35 years, and all it takes is 6 months to break the damn thing down and get a 4x volume. That's the path. That's the trend. That's how you define a trend. That's how you get the data points required to define a trend. This is the trend. The visit duration is long, the pages are more, the volume is high, and both of them do the same bloody job. Okay? So you understand that how trends are rising, and I want to show you one more thing here. This is coin market cap. Look at the amount of visits which have gone up since June only. It's doubled. It's actually doubled. It's gone up from 58 million to 135 million. Why will people come here? The only logic of people coming here is getting an overall view of the market. What is happening, what is not happening. So this is the entry point for any person. How do people land on this? They land something like this. When you Google Ethereum, so all this is there, you'll have these coin market cap prices here. So any coin you Google, you Google DigiByte or you Google any damn thing, that's what you get. So this is how people are landing on this website, which clearly shows that the amount of searches happening for this is at an amazing level. So this is the trend. Clearly, it's a trend, right? Okay. So Sai Ganga Devi, can you please can you also so people if something is not if something is going too fast, if you could give me a feedback what to repeat, I'll do that. So this was basically how we identified the trend that crypto trading. So basics of trend identification, that how crypto trade. This is the trend crypto trading. So now moving on to further trends. So I told you that Telegram basically gives you an insight into what social chatter is, what TA is, and what fundamental analysis is. So what we figured out in August was that the market is being moved by social chatter, the market is being moved by technical analysis, and the market is being moved by fundamental news. So instead of being in a Telegram group where you get all this information after it is released, can you identify the points of release? Can you identify the point where the information originates, and can you directly take calls from there? So I just want to show you one thing. This is something called CoinMarketCal. This is a calendar made by CoinMarketCap, and it is a community-driven, evidence-based calendar. How does it do that is, so Bitcoin is having a lightning fork. The proof is mentioned here. The source of the proof is here. The validation is 859 votes, real or fake. Reward and follow this guy, right? Zcoin. So you have all the coins, any which one. You have month, year categories of kind of events happening. You can sort them. You can do whatever. You can do past events. You can do upcoming events. So this is how you understand that what will be happening in the market. Then you understand what will every event do. A Bitcoin fork will give a new Bitcoin or a new Lightning Bitcoin to everybody who holds a Bitcoin. So it makes sense to hold more Bitcoins. So that means people will be buying Bitcoin more. So all you need to do is look at all the events happening, understand their effect on price, and take trading calls based on that. So if you want to go think 6 months ahead, you have events happening for 1st September, 6th July, 30th April, 31st December, right? So there are people, giving you chances to make money. It all depends, are you intelligent enough to make it or not, right? So this is the first. So we figured out that if you want to know what events are there, this is the place to be. So this is where I find out what events are going to be happening. Where will I be staking my money, where I will not be staking my money, right? So this is the cryptocurrency calendar. This is point one. The second part was more fundamental news. How can I remain on top of all the fundamental things happening in the crypto world? So what I basically did was that I created a crypto account. So I'm also working on an idea called Stature Network, and I'll tell you later about it. But what I did was that I created a crypto account, right? And so the deal is that we have a lot of tools, and we're not using the tools the way they're supposed to be used. So Twitter is a bloody tool. How to use it? Simply make an account, understand who are the top people who are tweeting with respect to the topic you want to follow. Just follow those guys and chill. Look at the people I'm following. These are the guys who are the movers and shakers of the crypto world. This is where they start any information. Twitter is the place where any influencer, any person who has a large amount of following will start an information. So if I were to show you an example, that example would be Mr. McAfee, sir. He's the biggest idiot of all. Okay, so look at his Twitter feed. The first coin to decentralize and normalize alternative energy. I shamelessly admit that I was blessed with the opportunity to participate in its genesis, invest or not, glimpse its beauty, KWH coin. So this guy is openly influencing people to invest in this coin, right? And let's see more. Okay, so what this guy said was, and I need to show that tweet to you. Okay, so this was what he said on 28th December. Beginning tomorrow, each day, I'll talk about a unique altcoin. Most of them are trash or scams. I've read every white paper. The few I'm connected to, I'll tell you. The rest, I have no position in. These coins will change the world. You can support that change. So it's an open bloodbath. Any coin he tells is gonna rise. So let's see what happens. Right, let's open up any exchange and see what did this guy do. Let's go to Bittrex. So the first coin he talked about, KWH is not what I talked about. This is something he was retweeting and sharing. But the first coin was Electronium, the first of my daily coin reports. Surprises, surprises, Electronium is now there on Bittrex or Polonix. The only website where you can buy Electronium is Cryptopia. And let's see what happened to Electronium's prices after this tweet happened. So this happened on 21st of December. Let's see how Electronium moved after 21st December. So I think you guys can clearly see what happened. 465 to 749. That was a dump McAfee gave to Electronium. Right. This is how it was moving before that. 21st December, when McAfee announces, this is what happens. So this is how you predict coin movements. You know who to follow. You have, actually machine learned. Your brain has actually machine learned over the past 6 months that which are the people who are moving the markets. You follow those guys. You look what they're talking about, and you just take a trading call based on that, right? And it's actually your call which trading calls to take, which not to take. That's the way you manage your portfolio. That is something we can talk about some other day, what strategies to use and how to manage a portfolio. But the point is that there are a lot of places to make money, right? It is upon you what you want to do. You want to have a 2x growth every month. You want to have a 6x growth 1 month and 1x growth the next month. You want to have, complete losses for 6 months and then grow for the next 6 months. It is your way. It is your calls. But the information is out there. Okay? You have to use social signals. So look at the basic deal. This guy has 12.1 thousand followers, 300,000 followers, right? Whatever he says will move the markets. Look at the amount of engagement on these things. Social signals clearly tell you what the people want. Follow the influencers, look at social signals, have a ball in life. So, this was Twitter. How do we use Twitter to get our trading calls? Then the next thing we use, I want to show you is, so you understood what I did on Twitter. No, I just basically created a feed of all the people I needed to follow. So 1x, 2x, what it means is the rise. So let us say a coin is at 10 today, it is 20 tomorrow, 30 day after tomorrow. So it is it's a 1x rise, a 2x rise, a 3x rise. So that's what I'm talking about. That is 1x and 2x. So yeah, for Twitter, I followed these basic guys who are moving the markets, who when they tweet, the markets tumble or they go up, and the best traders around, right? So I'll show you one other person here. So anybody who's a Star Wars fan, he'll recognize this. So this guy is called Crypto Yoda, and he has about 84,000 followers. And he tweets really nice stuff. He'll tell you what the market is talking about. He'll tell you what to read. Read 3 books on trading in my life, what to do, what not to do, gives all you need. He'll tell you what points are being tested, what is the market thinking for those who are keeping a track. Right. So so an update NXT X10 achieved. So this is what he meant when we said that NXT went 10x. So look at this. So November is here. This is where we are in NXT, below 1,000 point, below 1,000. And this was the previous high. This was the previous high here, So when the news came in, here in November that Ignis will be doing an airdrop on 25th of December, people will be buying it, right? So you understand, yeah, 1x, 2x is price growth. It means price growth. So you see that it went up from 1,000, Satoshis here to what, 9. Oh, it's gone up to 10,000 satoshis. Yeah. So this just went 10x, right? And so even I didn't ride the full ride. I was here. So actually, I'll tell you the story about NXT. So my story about NXT. So I entered NXT, and I kid you not, I entered NXT here, and I am not joking with you. I entered NXT in August at 6,000 satoshis, and then it dropped. It just dropped all the way to here. And people say ki hold and buy the dip, don't sell this and that. So it actually takes a lot inside you to hold. And I literally hold it myself, because the belief here is that if fundamentally the coin is good, if fundamentally you have some value, then you will not go wrong. It's just a matter of time. If fundamentally you're doing things right, even if you're not getting those targets, even if you're not making that profit, don't worry. 3 months down the line, you will be right. Don't leave your fundamentals. It's a clear proof. Never leave your fundamentals. Always, 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 whenever you're investing, invest in coins which have great fundamentals, because there might be a crash the next day, and you will not see it coming. Because for the first time, these crashes are not being done by the market sentiment. It's being done, unfortunately, it's a new market. It's in the control of a few people, and they can manipulate the prices. So you have to be sure that wherever I'm entering, it has to be fundamentally good. And for that, you need to understand what is the use case, who is the team behind it, and what's happening, what's not happening around that. So that's a clear example of 10x growth on a fundamental coin, and just waiting for this. So imagine, let's say I put in about $1,000 here in August, and in December I take out, this goes down, I keep on buying on the dip more, and I keep about $5,000 here up till this dip, and this goes up all the way to 10x and gives me about $50,000. So it's not a bad trade. I knew the coin is fundamentally good. I knew the coin will keep on dipping. I knew that it'll hit support one day, and when the news comes, when a product partnership comes, when something comes, it's going to rise. So that's the speculative nature of this market. That's why we say it's volatile. But if it is fundamentally good, you don't need to worry about it. So this is how we use Twitter. Then let's come down to trading view. A lot of people, you will see the price of a particular coin is decided by the demand that coin has. It is directly proportional to the demand a coin has. The demand for a coin is dependent upon what that coin is doing. So, for example, let us say that, take it in this way. Let's take a parallel example. The parallel example is that, let us say that tomorrow companies say that we will be sponsoring a child right when he's born, so that when he grows up and he gets educated, he will join my company and he will give me a lot of money, right? That is the basic deal. Now, how do you think a person will decide or a company will decide which child to sponsor? Because they don't know if a child is intelligent or not. They will base its decision on who his parents are, what is their background, how they have grown up, which gives you an inculcation of what are the fundamentals this child might have. And you say the fundamentals are right, I'll go with this. This child has a better chance of becoming a better human being and thus giving me a more impact. So the price of how much I want to support that child was decided first on the fundamentals of the parents. Next, 5 years down the line, now the child has grown up a little bit. We expect the child to learn ABC 1, 2, 3 and multiplication and addition by this age. So if a child has done these basic things, the amount of funding which keeps on coming in to nurture him and help him grow up keeps on increasing. Let us say if at the age of 5 years the child turned out to be a little slow and is not able to has an illness, or is not probably able to grasp things too well, do you think so do you think that people will sponsor that child? They'll probably want to withdraw their money and say that we want to sponsor people who will go and do big things. That is exactly what we're trying to do in cryptocurrency. Let me see the question. Okay, futures market is very different. Yeah, futures market is very different. So futures basically is that I am anticipating the price to be here. So futures market is basically gambling on the price of Bitcoin. If I were to tell you in one simple line, I will gamble on the fact that tomorrow it will go at this point and I am putting 100 rupees. So imagine that I don't have to buy Bitcoin to make money in futures. I just have to like give a prediction. My prediction is tomorrow Bitcoin's price will go to $17,000 and I'm ready to put $10,000 on this. If it does not go, you take. If it goes, I will take. Okay, this is very, very, very basic nature futures. So if you want to understand why all this happened, why the market crash happened, you have to understand the fact that when US released futures, if you're betting tons of money on the price of a commodity, it makes absolute common sense that you will buy tons of this commodity, right? And that's what actually happened. That is exactly what happened. I'll show that to you. If I have large amounts of Bitcoin, I can control the price of Bitcoin. If I can control the price of Bitcoin, I'll make money on futures also. I'll make money on Bitcoin also. Futures is a market where people actually don't need to buy Bitcoins to, make money, right? So just look at this. This is the global market cap, and just let's look at this from 2017. So we started at about $16 billion, and in November 28th, we were about $300 billion, right? So this was the normal people like us entering the market. But what happened in December? Last 20 days, $300 billion. Are you kidding me? Like, do you think normal people have so much money? No, they don't. It's the Wall Street money coming in. The people who are trading in futures are buying the price to manipulate it, buying the coin to manipulate it. And that's what's happening right now. They brought the coin, they manipulated it, now they sold it off. And that's what a Merry Christmas is to all of us. Probably a list of reasons why this is happening. So let's go to trading view. Yeah. So I told you up till now, how do I get to know social chatter and how do I get to know fundamental analysis? How do I get to know what news is being released? So more on, I'll just complete that once. So these are the two, most popular groups on Reddit. Our cryptocurrency and our crypto markets, and these are more data points. So let us say I read some news on Twitter, and let's say I see some event on coin market, on crypto calendar. How do I know I have to take this seriously? If I see the mention of that here also, then I know I'm on the right lines. So basically, you build your own methods, you build your own ways of making sure that the news you'll be working on or building a trade will be right. Otherwise, there's a good chance of going wrong. There's a good chance of you looking at only one data point. The fact here is that you're dealing with money, right? When you're dealing with money, the advice is look at as many data points as possible. And if you understood the way I work, I am not a trader. If I was a trader, I would have just been looking at the price and I would have told you this will go up, this will go down. I'm not a trader, but I still want to make money. And I will, if I want to do something, I'll figure out any bloody way of doing it. No. And that's the same thing with you guys. If you really want to be in the market, if you really want to be a trader, if you really want to make some good money on this, then you have to figure out stuff, man. Like there's no going light here. It's a very brutal market, and people will screw you the first chance they get, because you have to understand what is the game going on around here. The basic game here is that people got bored. So what people said was, what we'll do is we'll make a big pot, like a very, very big pot. Okay? And everybody in the world will put money in that pot, right? So that's the first thing which happened. That big pot is this global market chart. So this big pot has grown from about 16 million to about 600 billion, right? This is the big pot. And now what we will do is that people can take out money from this, but the rate at which you can take out money is directly proportional to how intelligent you are. right? And that is the game everybody in the world is playing right now. Everybody is putting their money into a big bloody pot, and everybody is taking out money based on how intelligent they are. So people who have more brains are putting in less and taking out more. People who have less brains or slack or are complacent, or they feel that I will be a long-term investor in this crypto and I'll make shit tons of money. That is not true. That's not how you get rich. You really need to work hard to get rich. And you need to make it repeatable. You have to be successful. It's not that abhi crypto mein boom hai, so we'll all get rich. Tomorrow crypto mein boom nahi hoga, so we'll be again poor. That is not how the world works. You have to make success repeatable. So that's the basic deal. The people who can make success repeatable will take out more from this pot. The people who can't do it will keep on putting money in the pot, and that's the game everybody is playing. So this was cryptocurrency, our cryptocurrency, and our crypto markets, which in a way, gets me all the best discussions happening. So see, so I'll tell you why I look at these. There are about 71,000 day traders here in this group, and there are about 2-3 lakh user readers in this group. So Reddit, as it is a platform where too many people are not there. Only the serious ones are there. There also cryptocurrency, very serious ones are there. So the kind of discussions you have here, you can never have these discussions either on Twitter or on the phone or on Facebook or any other place, because this is a place where the influencers, not the influencers, but the people who know a lot about this market discuss, right? And this is where you form perspectives. This is where you form opinions. This is your, if you read newspapers, this is your Hindu, right? And rest, all of it is Times of India. Like, do not read that shit. Please do not read this. Get good opinions. Have good thoughts. And you have to understand the market really well to understand what's happening. So I'm going to start closing down tabs one by one so that I know what is left, and we'll wrap this up. Okay. Yeah. So I need to do that also. This is done. This is done. Coin market, crypto calendar is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. Telegram is done. Jupiter is done. Let's leave it here. This is done. Okay. So yeah, Steemit. Steemit is basically Reddit on cryptocurrency. So I showed you Reddit. That was our crypto cap. So you look at my dashboard. This is my dashboard. Like, this is my dashboard. This is how I come to know what every damn thing happening in the market. If I don't have this on my fingers, then what the hell am I doing? So our crypto markets, you put content, you get upwards. Steemit, you put content, if you get upwards, you also get paid for it. Reddit on steroids is Steemit, right? And this is only for cryptocurrency maniacs. And look at the kind of content. So you want more opinions? Come here, get more opinions. And the simple social metrics to judge what is right, what is not in these platforms is number of upvotes, number of comments, the amount of money this post made, the number of upvotes it had, the number of comments it had. Go on Steemit, spend some time on cryptocurrency tags, understand what's happening. You got this news. So the fact that Charlie Lee, who's the creator of Litecoin, 2 days ago, he sold all his Litecoins. And this was, the tweet he put up. This was the post he put up on Reddit. So Reddit was the place where, this is going to be happening. And the basic deal is that you all know what happened. So Charlie Lee sold all his Litecoins 24 hours before the biggest crash after 2013 in cryptocurrency. So this is how price gets manipulated. This is why you need to be on these places to understand what is happening. Fine. The reason I'm taking so many examples is so that you understand that what moves the market and what does not move the market. So closing down Steemit, then Crypto Yoda also closing down. Tip of the day. So there are tools in the world which are built for us to use. We don't know how to use them. This is something called Pocket. Now what Pocket does is it allows us to save the articles we like, right? So if you notice, what I've done is I've saved the best articles in cryptocurrency and what I work on, like basically marketing and growth and product, in this, right? So A, this has the best articles in the world right now, which are important to form a perspective in the market with me, and I can refer to them whenever I need to, whenever I want to. But because of this, what happens is that I've trained the AI of Pocket, the way I've trained the AI of Twitter to only suggest me things related to crypto for my Stitcher account. I have trained the AI of Pocket to only recommend stuff to me based on the articles I've saved and look at my recommendations. These are articles which people save. So A, there are very less people on Pocket. B, the only ones on Pocket are the ones who are really intelligent. C, if these intelligent people are saving an article, it absolutely means this has to be read, right? So this is how you stop slowly. You have to stop going out for information, and slowly that information needs to come to you, right? And that's how the world is. You need the information to come to you. There's so much of information in the world. If you go out to find all the information, you will die a slow, painful death, because that's not how the world is run. You need to make the information come to you. Get a network, follow people, have come on social media, but be there where the action is, right? So Pocket gets closed. You want to know what people are talking about. You don't want to know what normal people are talking about. You want to know what scared people are talking about. This is the platform to be. Facebook. So I'll just show you a few things what people want to know. Is it just me, or Blockfolio calculates the wrong data, stressing the shit out of me? So what you've seen up till now, what I've shown you is real people, real traders, people who have been in the market for the past 1 year, 2 years, 7 months, 10 months, talking and discussing. That level of discussion is something different. This level of discussion is something really different. Look at these. If you were to invest 10K in coins, what would you recommend, right? I have $30. Should I invest in BTC or Litecoin? Why am I asking you to read these posts? Is you get to know what's the crowd sentiment. People are recommending coins which they feel are the best. Can you understand can you understand that where is the crowd chatter? You will see if you just look at the crowd chatter that this Cardano has a very strong, crowd. A lot of people are there in Cardano. I got $1,000. Where should I dump it? I think I will put 50% on XRP, so just 2 more. So people are telling and sharing. Okay? And this is where, so people share their portfolios. For those curious, my current portfolio. So a lot of stuff is happening where you will get the information to understand why something is happening, why something is not happening. My current portfolio for 2018, BDC, EXP, LTC. You want to know what portfolios to keep for long term? There you are. Why? There you are. Start investing, start taking risks, start experimenting, start forming opinions. Because until you form your own opinion, until you form your own feedback loops, your own systems, you cannot get good trades. So now I'll take you to some place called YouTube. And why I want to take you to YouTube is because a lot of time we're not in the mood to read stuff. We just want to listen to something, And what I'll recommend is look at channels like Crypto Bobby, look at channels like Coin Mastery, look at channels like Data Dash. When these people talk, it's a more engaging format to understand what is happening, what is not happening. It will help you, realize the fact that everything is there. Anything which you could not understand in all this text, you will understand in this video, because this guy will actually take the pains of explaining you why he did this or why this happened. There is an entire video of 15 minutes on why did the crypto drop in the past 2 days. How did you survive? What to do, what not to do. The Crypto Happy Hour, December 22nd edition. There's a tutorials. There are daily there are daily happy hours. Everything is so. There are people who are producing content which is help you understand the market. You have to understand this content and then act on it. So moving on to the last part of the entire discussion, actually the second last part of the entire discussion, not the last part, is trading view, and this is the most important part. So if I'll show you how I arrange my trading, this is a social network for traders where traders come and they use basic charts and indicators to understand where the coin will go, and they share their analysis. So you go on ideas and you go on cryptocurrencies. So you can look at all these ideas if you want. They're pretty nice ideas, right? So you don't look at all this. You directly go beyond technical analysis. Go to these places, risk management, then go to trading psychology. You go down to trading plans. So imagine this to be, places where traders write articles. So what kind of articles will they write? How do you manage a 1,000 or 100,000 euro long-term crypto portfolio? You can't get more gold than this. Cross-currency pairs correlation advanced analysis. Tips for growing a small trading account. Reasonable, safe, and effective stop loss placement for waves. Right? Trade like a casino. How profitable is your strategy? Why traders within financial markets? So you have to understand that it is not just about identifying where to invest or what to do or what not to do. It is actually about, you know, you have to control your damn emotions, man. Like you cannot get subjective over shit. You need to be objective. If a damn piece is going out, I need to exit. I will not waste my time here because I wasted 2 days trying to figure this call out and this call went out wrong. I will not get attached to anything. You cannot afford to be attached to anything. You need to think like 1,000 times before you take a call, because good calls get you 10x and bad calls get you, we all know where they get you nowhere. So trading psychologies, you have 10 rules, analysis of ranges, kinds of bets, risk management. One is more not is made sitting, not trading. So investing versus trading, psychology of a market rally, right? So I want to show this thing to you, and I want to show one more thing to you, right? So this is very interesting. This is very interesting. This is just we're going sidetracking for a little moment, but it's important. So do you see a similarity? So do you see a similarity somewhere here? So this is how market cycles work, right? And people who knew this knew that a crash is impending. So what we are doing here is nothing new. It's the same damn thing. The same damn people are playing the same damn game. The board is different, the dice is different, the rewards are different. Everything else remains the same, right? So like look at the data points which are already available. So this was basic trading. Then let's go on to cryptocurrency market. So if you look at ideas and you go on to cryptocurrency market, you will see a lot of people sharing their charts here, right? And you see here my idea stream. So this is a combination of two best streams in technical analysis a person can have. Anything which appears in this area is something which has been upvoted by a lot of people. So a lot of people will be betting on this call. It's a clear indication, right? It's a very clear indication. So look at this. So this is one of the people I follow and admire a lot. The guy is called Goldbug, and the kind of analysis he gives is literally mind blowing. Fine. He's understood the entire cycle. He's telling you where it will go, what might happen, what's going to be there. So this is Goldbug. One of the posts I'll recommend everybody to read is this post. So the kind of analysis these guys are doing here is like mind blowing, man. You can't even go down to those levels. And the point is, why do you want to go down to those levels? Why do you want to think so much when they're already thinking for you? Why don't you get inspired from their thought and start a new thought? Don't start from scratch, guys, because that'll again be difficult, right? So I wanted to show you this. Follow the money. What coins will be added to Coinbase? So what this guy has done is that he's analyzed a couple of coins on these parameters. They are the same parameters which Coinbase or GDAX uses. They've published in November. So look, things to Google about. GDAX has published in November the digital asset framework. I will just copy this and I will just Google the damn piece out. The link should open. Yes, it's opened. I'll open it. And this is how you analyze any cryptocurrency. The leaders of the market have told you how to do it. Why don't you pick up this analysis way and start? I mean, just start at some place, right? So this guy chose to start, and based on this, he gave us this list, right? And pick up any coin, like literally pick up any coin and see how it has moved. And you'll come to know that it is not very difficult identifying the places where you need to invest. So you have all these comments, feedbacks coming in here, why people think this is good or bad or what's happening. Look at the engagement of this, 70,000 views, 500 comments. This is gold goddamn content, which will tell you what to do, what not to do. So this is the place, not this, sorry. Yeah. So this is the place for gold content. You can get all your gold content here. Now the problem here is, again, you have to understand the problems. The problem here is that content comes here only when it is upvoted by at least 10,000 people. But when it has been upvoted by 10,000 people, then there is no point taking an action on it. What the hell will I do if I take an action on content that's already been seen by 10,000 people? I need to know it first. That's when I make the best trades. And this is the idea tree. So whenever somebody updates something, it comes here. And I come to know who is updating what and how is everything moving. And that's how I decide where to go, where not to go. So you will see, look at these trades, our ledger, trade active. They've given the support levels. This is the support. This is the wedge for forming. This is the target levels. They've given everything to you. How much information do you need, man? Like, they've also given you like the fundamentals of why, also given you targets. So you know what's happening. The coins right now is at 6622. This is very less, man. If it hits $10, it's going to be 1,000x. So you can risk about $100, $200 here and see how it moves next 3 months. Because if it's going to hit $10 in by the end of next year, it will hit about $1 right now. And if you look at the coin, our lecture. It's about $1, right? So if it goes to about $2 in the next 3 months or 6 months, it gives you a 10x, because it's already given you a pretty sharp rise. From 4th of it got released on 4th November, and it's moved like very well. So this has a strong chance of going at $10, and the market sentiment is strong. Why not put in some money here and let it ride? So in the next 3 months, this should be around $2.5 to $3, and you'll come to know if your call has been right or not. That's how you identify calls, right? So this is basically a trading view for you guys, right? And so to sum it all up, there's a lot of stuff which you can do, a lot of stuff which you can read, okay? And this is my experience, what has been in the market up till now, and I'm building more on this. My personal goals for this market are that I've learned up till now how to identify coins which might go up. I have learned how to redistribute my profits and make more money. What I need to learn right now is how to use stop loss more effectively. Secondly, I have to build my trading strategies, which I'm right now working without any kind of like a good strategy. I have to learn more. And if I need to learn more about trading strategies, what I will simply do is I will do this. I'll start like this, and I'll keep on figuring my way inside, right? So See, guys, the point is there is a tool called Google, and there are a few more tools called Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, TradingView, Medium, Reddit, Bitcoin Talk, and all that stuff. Learn how to use them, spend some time on them, and you'll pretty much figure out what is to be done, what's not to be done. Ending this thing, I had to give you a small assignment, and that assignment would be that go to CoinMarketCap and so what you do is leave out these coins which I'm telling you. Don't do Bitcoin, don't do Ethereum, don't do Bitcoin Cash, then don't do Bitcoin Gold, and don't do BitConnect till NXT from 1 to 25. Don't pick up these coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, BitConnect. Choose anyone. So, I mean, I think Sai and Ritin can help you decide which coins you want to choose, and choose any of these coins. And I want you to tell me why they are here, where they are. So, how did they come to the top 25? Do they deserve to be here? And do you think they will stay here? So, I'll tell you why I'm asking these questions to you. See, the point is that the total market cap has moved in the past 1 year from 16 to 600 billion. I am not saying we'll get like this kind of a rise, but I'm expecting the market to go to at least 5 trillion in the next 1 year, a 10x rise. That's what my expectation from the market is, at least a 5 10x rise. A 5 to 10x rise in the market will be driven by these coins, the top 25, because they have the maximum. It's a weighted average, guys. It's a weighted average. They have the maximum weights. The weight either will be here in the price, or the weight either will be here the circulating supply, right? So you have to tell me that which of the coins do you think have a chance out of these 25 right now in the top 25 to remain here, because every right call of yours will give you a return of 10 to 25x. If tomorrow IOTA goes to at least $10, $15, this will be a big reason why the market cap goes to 5 trillion. So you have to understand that how will people push the market cap up if the market cap needs to go up? Bitcoin has already been pushed up way a lot. The large market cap cycle is done now. It's the time of the smaller ones. So you have to identify that among these top 25, just leave out Bitcoin Connect, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Why are these coins here where they are? And where do you expect them to be in the next 1 year? That's the question number one. And question number two is, we talked a lot about, how to use social. Yeah. So you will know a lot. You've learned how to use, social tools to basically understand what the market will be doing. So if you could give me an individual write-up each as to what will be your trading style, keeping the social metrics in mind. All the places. I've shown a lot of places to you. You know what to hunt, what to see, what not to see. I want to understand that how will you use each social data point in making a call. So I know everybody will be doing that individually. For example, somebody might want Twitter to be a more important one. Somebody might want trading view to be more important one. So who would you want to follow? What would your strategy be here? These are the two things I would want individually from all of you to understand what you're thinking. And I expect great answers, because I also want to learn a lot from you. It's a community game. I help you make more money, you help me make more money, and we all end up making more money. That's how we play the game. And thanks a lot. It was great talking to all of you. It was a good discussion. And let's sign off from here. So I'll stop sharing my screen.